Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inspire Me with Coco. This is my very first episode, and I am so pleased to have my amazing friend and super talented makeup artist, Maggie. You can find her on Instagram at Closet Rich, right?
Yes.
How's it spelled? Is
With
there
2 H's.
2 H's? So how are we spelling that?
CLOSETRICHH.
Okay, make sure you follow. And you guys, we're gonna start the first episode. This podcast is about me inviting people to hear their stories of how they developed their business, how they overcame things, and just hearing the stories of people that are working hard and doing it big. So my first guest, I'm honored to have Maggie because she inspires me. She is a master of her craft. She takes it very seriously, and she doesn't play any games, you know? So I really, truly admire her work ethic, and she is a world-renowned, celebrity makeup artist. She works with some powerful women, and I just really, truly want you guys to hear her story. So, ta-da! You're welcome.
Your place is beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad. Before we started filming, we were talking about when you were in Connecticut.
Yes.
And we were doing our FaceTime, and
Yes.
then you streamed it live. No, it was a live stream.
It was live
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Yep. And we were talking.
Yeah.
And what a year.
This was I guess, kind of the first inkling of what this is now. I kind of was just at my mom's house going through a very, challenging time, I would say, because my dad had passed. I had just lost the show and having to move out of my apartment. It was just a rough time. And actually, now that I'm sitting here talking about it, I actually needed inspiration. And that's why I was probably like, hey, let me talk to people. But in my mind, it was more so like create a show and whatever. But I was looking for inspiration because I was so low,
You wouldn't have known that looking at you, because you kept on being positive online, and that persona that you were showing. I mean, showing up looking gorgeous. I mean, are you fucking serious? Like, just on point.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to see what happens when we're not on social media.
Yes.
And that real life that you've got to struggle with. It's really hard.
And I think my real life is my social media, because girl, when I'm in a mood,
So good.
I'm learning now to filter the emotional part of my posting. But I think, which has been crazy, is, over the past 20 years, I've used social media as like my visual journal. I don't like to write. I don't like to read. I love to take a picture. So for me, I express my days and I express my feelings through my imagery and the pictures that I take. So,
And yourself.
and myself.
Because you really do love the camera, and the camera loves you back. Like,
I don't know if I love the camera.
Really?
No.
I wouldn't say that.
I don't.
Stop.
I don't. You know what? It's like I like taking pictures, but it's not like you know what I mean? Like I just I'm like one and done.
Okay.
Like people will be like, I know, but that's the thing. It's like I'm just like, oh, that's cute, and I just keep moving on. It just happens that first one is the good one.
You're a shy guy. Okay, that's good.
But I am shy. I'm getting better. I'm definitely getting better at, being consistent on promoting myself and putting myself out there. I think because of my aesthetic and because of how the pictures look, people have that idea that it's something easy for me, and it's not, I've just kind of, like I said, in past 5 years, started learning how to love Jamar, as and you've seen the development of Coco and the bodybuilding and all of that. So, taking pictures is fun for me, and I love taking pictures of others, but discovering how to take pictures and love myself and do that's only within the last few years.
I just had deja vu.
Why? Were you here before?
What were you saying about exactly what you were saying right now? That's crazy.
Because we've talked about it.
No, but here.
Oh, here, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's crazy. crazy. I haven't had deja vu in a very long time.
I saw it in your face. You were like,
Yeah, I know. I was like, whoa.
Enough about me. We're here to talk about you.
Okay, sorry.
I am just so thrilled to have you as my friend. And I, as well, you're watching my journey and you're such a big cheerleader of mine. And you typically don't like raving about you because you're just like, this is what I do. But, you know, I feel like you should be celebrated and you should have your flowers because, you know, you're kind of like the quiet storm girl. You just be, and then you're like, boom, I did this job. Boom, I did this job. And it's like, girl, what, when, how, you know? You're just constantly doing amazing things and working with amazing clients. So I really just kind of wanted to understand, how did Closet Rich come about? How did Maggie discover this love for makeup?
I always had, I loved to, when I was a little girl, like I remember about 5 or something, I would want to do everyone's nails or their hair, and I fucked everybody up in my neighborhood. I mean, I burned people's hair, and then I started waxing and literally was ripping skin off of people. I was probably about like 14, 15 years old. I went to Sally's. I had like the Lee press-on nails. I always wanted to help women, and I loved the art of getting them ready, like Barbies for days.
Yeah.
I would just live in that world. And I got my cosmetology license probably at 16 or 17 and started to cut hair.
Wait, you got your cosmetology license at 16?
Yeah, I went to a vocational because I.
Me too, girl.
Yeah, wow, look
That's
at
so
that.
crazy.
Something new. Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went to Sheridan Vocational. It's not called that now. It's
Yeah.
on Sheridan Street
Yeah.
in Hollywood.
Okay. Mine was in New York. I went to BOCES in Valhalla, but it was the same thing, 11th grade.
Yeah.
I went to sew and learn fashion, and my girlfriend, Michelle, she went for hair. So that's so funny. We have that in common.
Yes.
Have we ever talked about that? No, I don't think so,
haven't.
no.
That's crazy.
That's so funny.
Okay.
And look at us now.
Yeah.
What was your teacher's name?
Well, I had several of them, but it was Mr. Z,
Okay.
Harvey Zarchin, and then I learned pin curls from facials to everything.
Yeah.
And then left and started doing that, and then I got pregnant and had my daughter, so I had to step away from that for a little while.
Which, we love you, Madison.
Yes.
We love some Madison.
Yes.
She's gorgeous, guys. You have to see our daughter. She is amazing.
Yes.
It's her twin. That's so cool. My teacher was Miss Bratter. She was amazing. She actually pushed me to put on a fashion show in 12th grade, which was really cool. I made a couple of the prom dresses in my limo, the girls that were in my limo. So it was really cool. I loved that my school gave me the opportunity to go to that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that about you.
Yeah,
Wow, so you've been sewing a long time.
a long time.
See?
Yeah, I designed my first dress at 8. Or no, I forgot how, was I 8? I think it was like 8 or between 8 and 10, I think it was, for my uncle's wedding. I sketched a dress for my mom, and she loved it so much, and she had it made, and that was like where I was like, my mom? She wears my dress? Like, that's it. Yeah, so, but yeah, that's really cool. I love that we have that in common. So after discovering that and kind of working your way through the high school part of it, you had your daughter, and then what was it after?
Art photography.
Art photography. I don't think I knew that.
No, I did art photography for about 15 years. I shot some of JFK's stuff when it went up for auction, like his cigar box. And I shot for Jackie Onassis's, yes, the auction for that. And a lot of museum quality pieces and unpublished in books. And then I hated it though.
Really?
I absolutely hated it. And I just picked up a camera, I got really good with it. And I hated it, but I was making very good money doing it, very good money. And when my daughter was going away to university, I always did makeup on my friends. I needed type tones, textures, and I just knew that I needed to go to MAC because at the time.
Type tones, textures?
Yeah, like type tones, textures, like rosacea.
Okay.
Or I was just working on my friends, different tones of people, not just white girls, you know? So I needed to get that education, and at the time, MAC was still what MAC used to be. And I left my well into six-figure career, and I talked to my husband about it, and I said, I'm going to go work at Mac. My girlfriend is managing the Mac counter at Macy's in Boca, and she's going to give me a job. And my husband was like, okay, I think. And I said, I need a year there.
Yeah.
And I went and I learned as much as I could. But as soon as I walked on that floor, I knew I was bigger than the floor.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you can go to New York Fashion Week. And I was like, this isn't going to take me there. I'm going to wind up taking me there.
Yeah.
So I worked there for a little while. I learned how to sell myself. I learned like cultural makeup. I learned so much. I just was a fucking sponge.
Yeah.
I knew I was out.
Yeah.
I knew I was not staying at that shop.
Yeah.
So
That's interesting because that's same like me with retail. I learned how to style. I learned everything, and I was like, "Get me out of here."
The sale.
Do you feel having that experience has amplified your ability to navigate through being your own?
100%. Mac taught me so much about myself. It was the grind. We had a goal over our heads. Like I remember on a Sunday, we were open 11 to 6. It was a $2,500 goal. And I don't know why they called it a goal, because if you didn't make it, you get written up. And the highest thing at that time was $42. And we still had to do makeup and make the goal. So if you didn't keep it cute, your ass was gonna get written up. And I can't have that on me. So it was just balancing a whole different amount of things and learning how to quickly adjust and adapt in time. Mac was so huge in my career right now. I still pull for Mac thoughts when I'm like, okay, what am I doing?
Yeah. I have that for Gucci. And not know, well, Scoop and Gucci, I feel like really gave me the tools, not only for selling, but just how to run a business and how to manage things and clientele. And, you know, especially Gucci, it's like you're a business within a business. You know, they kind of really push you to work your business, make sure you're on top of your clients. And same thing, you had your goals and you were reprimanded, not reprimanded in the bad way, but like
It wasn't cute.
it wasn't cute, exactly. You know, and like no one wants to be talked to after not making their goal. So you did everything in your power to make your goal. So I really loved having that under my belt, I think so early on in the journey, because like you said, I'm still pulling back from things that I've learned in that time period. At what point did you realize that you needed to be on your own? Like, where was it where you kind of broke?
When I talked to my husband and told him that I didn't want to do art photography, I needed to be a makeup artist. And at the time, I don't think I don't know because he's not here, but I don't think he understood where I really wanted to take it. He knows I'm going to go for everything. Like, I don't go for a jog, I'll go for a 4-mile run. I don't take my bike out, it's 30 miles running, doing the beach. Like, it's everything is to an extreme. So I don't know if he understood the amount of money that I knew I could make, because I wasn't going to step out from that and step down.
Yeah.
I knew exactly where I wanted to go with that, and the clientele that I wanted, and where I wanted to be.
Yeah, but even with working in Mac, when was it that you were like, was it Mac and then you went and started doing your own thing, or were there other jobs after that? Like, where was the point where you were like, I'm good, I'm gonna go and do my own makeup and build my own clientele?
The day I started Mac, I just needed the teachings.
Oh, okay.
That mindset was already
Was there.
Oh yeah, I was bigger than that floor.
Yeah.
I just needed to know how to do my life.
Yes.
But I knew that.
Yes.
I don't know if that makes sense.
You know,
Does that make sense? Okay.
it's very much the same. Like, and it's so funny you're saying all these things, and it's like, that's literally how I felt. I worked retail for, X amount of years, but the goal was always to not be there, so I can definitely relate with that. What would you say your biggest challenge within transitioning from having the security into being your own artist and your own boss, like in the beginning stages of that transition?
Not having a book. A book is very important.
Client book.
Yeah, no, for your work.
Oh, portfolio.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, a good one.
Yeah.
You know, I remember one of my girlfriends got me an interview with, at the time, Bobbi Brown's main makeup artist, or like Kim Sione or something. I could be messing up the last name. And I remember she called me on the phone and she goes, okay, can you send me your book? And I didn't know what the hell a book was. But you know, the times were aligned. I knew somebody that could get me that interview, that could possibly I wanted to do Bobbi Brown bridal, very bad. And I sent her like a few of those terrible Mac pictures of the side by side where the client is like looking. It was so fucking bad. And she's like, I look at you and I see Mac. And I was like, okay, now I need to work on this thing called a book.
Yeah.
And to create your book, it's a lot of free work.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. When they say I look at you, I see Mac, meaning like Mac training?
Mac, like
Like
everything
aesthetic.
about me.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, and I'm like, well, I sell fucking, you know, like, hello, I'm a top salesman. Yeah. My floor, of course, you know, I look like Mac. But at that time, like, Bobbi was still Bobbi, and, you know, you have to look a certain way, or, you know, maybe my artistry just wasn't for them, you know, but I can certainly do clean skin now, you know, and did before understand that. I think a lot of it had to do with my age, but like the book was something I needed to work on. And like, you know, you got to build. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's very tough.
Yeah. What would you say now, speaking of portfolio, to date, where would you say, and I'm kind of jumping ahead, but I just thought of it. If you have had, because some people still feel like they haven't had their greatest accomplishment, even though they have a lot of things going on, what would you say to date has been maybe one or two things that you can really put up there on that, holy shit, I did it?
I think being a private makeup artist, a personal to someone for so long, and traveling all around the world with her and seeing her extraordinary life through her eyes, and her being so kind to me. And that was just so amazing. I think, like, there's many things, but I think that's the most recent one, because it ended in June of last year. So that was pretty extraordinary. I mean, private jets, helicopters, islands that took many little planes to get to, just the way there's a whole nother life out there.
World, yeah.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
It really is. And that's the life I want to live in all the time.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I do.
We will. We're going to.
Beautiful. It's beautiful on the other side.
We're definitely working our way there. Well, I love that. And for the time of, like, in your time span of doing makeup and your journey, what would you say to the younger you now, knowing the things that you know? Like, what advice would you give to that girl, to her, the younger Maggie?
Oh, it's going to be hard. Like, but I think everything with me has always been, I had to take the hard road. So what advice would I give her? I guess just hang on. I still give that advice all the time, because there is super highs in our career where you're like, like your phone call the other day. We're not discussing anything. But then, you know, yes, right. But then you wait and you're like, you know, it's I don't know. Every day you talk to the younger Jamar, I'm sure. Like, you look over
I have a couple of letters that I've written to him.
And then, like, I mean, you're really balancing everything at a level 10. Your business, your body, your mind. I mean, I'm not doing the body thing, I'm doing the business thing, but you're like checking off every.
You know, yesterday, don't look at me. Oh, I could feel your energy. He said, mind. Yeah, I had a little moment yesterday. Oof. Because it's like, so, you know, you already know. When I get there, I'm there, and I'm like, leave me alone. I need to clock out. Like, you know, it's like back up. But no, I honestly, it's been a long road. And as you know, over the years that we've been friends, I've had the highs, the lows. You know, I think people don't realize age is such a beautiful thing. Like, sign me up. I'm there, you know, and I get it. People complain about being older and the body aches and da-da-da, but I feel like if you're taking care of your body, if you're taking care of your mind, you're happy. Aging is the key to everything that we're looking for. You need to go through things. You need to get hurt. You need to fail. You need to win. You need to lose. You need to, all of these things accumulate to the knowledge that we're always searching for in our younger years, you know? So that's kind of the message I would tell my younger self is just relax, be patient, because that is my thing, you know? It's like, I was just always like, God, is this ever gonna happen? Like, I'm working so hard and, you know, just being so hard on yourself, you know? It's like, be gentle, people. The younger ones that are coming up, I know you guys have a lot more pressure than we did. It was cute when we were growing up. I don't know what's happening now, but you guys have a lot of pressure. And I think if there is a message to give in this from my behalf and from anything that we've said today is to, like Maggie said as well, is, you know, keep going, but also be patient, be graceful with yourself, have understanding, and don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself, right?
Even at like, I sometimes can't look through Instagram because like people's stories, I'm like, fuck. You know, I'm being so transparent and honest here with you because I mean, we are only transparent and honest with one another, but it's hard sometimes. And I mean, I've got a lot of stuff coming up and my husband's like, when is it going to be enough for you though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
but that's the love behind it. It's like you can't stop doing something you love so much.
Right.
You know?
I think maybe it'll be enough when I can't do it anymore.
I don't think so because my mom, like as much as she does not like to work, she loves to take care of people. And at 70, with all of her things that's going on, she gets up and goes to work. And when she's at work with these patients, it's like she's on. And I think even by looking at her, she's like us. She wants to stop, but it's like, how?
We need to shut that off though. That's our culture of you and I, like the age group though. But it's definitely shifted when we look around at people, younger people. They're holidaying, like they're having experiences.
Girl, they retire at 20 now. Like, it's like,
you're right.
It's like they came out in birth, they made a YouTube, and then they're retired. Like, honestly, because I'm like, wait. Do you know how much I went through? Do you know how much shit I had to go through? I had jobs, I had to work from 16, summer camp, lifeguarding, to, you know, working the sloppy restaurants, like the ladder. And these kids nowadays, it's like, oh, I'm gonna jump off a bridge or like swing off a tree or throw a coconut or something, and then they're a millionaire and then they're retired. So, you know, I think for me, it's the journey, the lessons. I don't know, we went off on a tangent and I was thinking about something.
No, it's okay. We'll psyche go.
But I also wanted to kind of ask you, like, what's your idea on this whole, like, AI? And do you think AI will come into your world? Because they have the robots with the tweezers and then the lashes. And so do you think makeup will ever be affected by AI world?
Probably. I'm saying probably. I don't know that much about it because I'm not a techie person. I'm more of a hands-on person, but I think probably for campaigns, yes. But the path that I'm on is private clientele. So there is somebody, I don't think a robot's going to get on a jet or a plane, you know, maybe. But that's, and, you know, a service too of getting the whole body ready and everything like that. I don't know if I would be replaced, you know, maybe. Okay, maybe. But
I don't feel like we can be replaced. I think we just kind of have to figure out how to keep up with the times and, you know, kind of make it work, you know, because I feel like, yes, the robots are coming, but there's, in our time life, I feel like we can keep up with it too, you know, as long as we stay educated and informed. you know, but I was wondering about that if, you know, because I do think about it in my career and how instant and quick people can do their own pictures and all these apps with the videos, even for, you know, just a lot of things that people would pay me to do before are people can do really quickly now. But I was just wondering about if you thought about that.
Well, I think that that's where your customer service comes in. Because yes, they can do an app, but you come to this beautiful studio, you know, you're offered something to drink. You're also talking to somebody that understands, relax, you know, breathe out through your mouth, you know, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, you know, stuff like that. And you're not going to get that through AI. And it's really daunting to be, I am dying right now looking at this lens. I'm like a deer in the headlights.
You notice I haven't even, I'm like,
This is a lot.
I literally just keep looking over here like, zip.
Yeah, my mouth is bone dry. Like I'm on the other side of the lens, and so are you. And you know, thank God, like both of you guys have made, you know, the vibe very good and nice. But no, I don't think that AI can give what you give. You know, a whole experience. Like, hey, why don't you just take a moment and go sit over here and let me, you know, press this, or I've got something better upstairs. Let me go get that for you. That's
Literally me.
Yeah, no, I know. That's all of us. Yeah, like take this off.
Yeah,
on, you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, let's make this work. So now, what is the future plans for Closet Rich? What does Maggie want to do in the next 5 years, career-wise?
I've gotten a lot of people say, you know, why don't you get into production? Why don't you open a creative agency? But I am not ready yet. Or a makeup line. I've heard so many people, some of my clients that are willing to help me financially. They have warehouses and stuff like that are like, let's get like an oil, a serum, like something with your name on it. We know this can sell. I'm not ready yet. And I'm still in this world and it feels good and I'm not done yet, but I think it might be happening for me in 5 years. That'll put me at another age. You know, bracket on the internet where you've got to now scroll up, and I'm like, this is just fucking rude, you know? So yes, but in the next 5 weeks, something that I started doing is taking holiday with my husband. I hadn't, as the Capricorn, not vacation. Everything was a work vacation. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go to Jamaica and then we'll do a shoot and then we'll do this and then we'll network. Like now I am taking holiday, and I was telling my husband I wanted to go to Sedona, and I heard it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
So we're looking into like a villa, a cottage out there to do in 3 weeks.
Are you guys gonna ride?
Ride what?
Motorcycle?
He
like
does.
He'll rent one out there or
Yeah,
something?
and I'll be on the back of it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he'll ride.
Right.
He's like, I don't do that.
Yeah, and I'm going during season, which I've never, ever done before. Because season, you never know when it's gonna hit. But in 5 years, I think I'll be stepping away from this, but still in it and helping. I love connecting people. I just absolutely love that. When that opportunity came in and I'm like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm always connecting people, and I think that there could be value. There is value in that. I'm just not ready to cash in on it.
Yeah.
When I plug my friends with jobs, with big clients, I never take a cut.
Yeah.
And my husband's like, you know, you really should take a cut on that. Or you just literally staffed up this person's whole production, Maggie. Like, this is what a line producer does. And I don't.
Yeah, I think it just comes natural for you though, to just feel like,
But
you've always been like that.
Fingers crossed that people remember me whenever an opportunity comes and they're like, I've got somebody that's solid, which that recommendation does happen a lot. Like, you come highly recommended.
And I also feel like this energy and self-love and the consistency in your content, I think something's gonna come bigger than we both even imagined. I don't know, every time I look at your Insta, I do. The other day I was like, she's onto something here. Like the way that you've been posting the content and just how clean, and it looks like.
She's working on something.
Yes.
Coco, I am just doing everything that feels right in my life right now. And with the people that it feels right doing it. And if it's a no anywhere in my body, I won't do it. You know, I'm just like, and you and I have had many conversations about this. Like, it's just, I am just in such a brighter place than I was 2 years ago. And this content that I'm doing, it just is like, let me just put the camera up and do it.
Yeah.
And just fucking put it out, you know? And it feels right.
And it suits you. It's like, it doesn't look like you're trying, it's like, oh, she's just in her normal everyday thing. But knowing you as like your journey and where you are, I can see the difference, and I'm like, this is what it is.
Same for you.
This is what it. Yeah, exactly. This is what she's been working towards. This is the vision that I feel like now your vision is connecting.
Oh, that means a lot.
Yeah.
I still don't see it yet. I feel it. I do feel
it. Is.
I'm just shifting. Yeah.
It is.
That's fantastic.
Yes, because your post, like, and I know it's just you with the tripod, but the editing and everything, just the energy and how it's working, your brand is definitely elevating.
I think it's a lot. I'm putting myself in front of the camera now. And
that's what it is.
Yeah, because again, it's very hard, but my husband, it pushes me a lot with it, and my daughter edits the videos really quick. Like, they're ninjas.
Yeah.
These young people are like, I'll give her a 7-minute video. She'll have it knocked down to 15 seconds and here, like, in 2 minutes. She's like, here, Mom. And I'm like, thank you, because it would have taken me forever.
See, I'm like her, though. I can knock
it out.
Yeah.
It's good, too, also, when it's not your content, because you get lost in it.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, I have to have this part. And they're just like, bitch, put it up.
Yeah.
There it is.
See, I'm just more like, I just want it done. I want to be over with it, because the whole process of even having to make this content has been the journey for me. And, you know, I think that mindset has gotten me to learn how to edit so fast and make it just work for me, you know? Oh. So it's just like one and done. You said you were having a rough time. How did you overcome to get to start to see the light and start to kind of feel like you again?
I started finding out, like, the buzzword regulating nervous system. I read a book, The Body Keeps the Score, and I got with a trauma-informed therapist. And I know that, like, you hear, like, oh, trauma-informed, but there are people that this is what they do.
Specialize in.
And changed my life. And my house got very calm. And my husband did work on himself, too. And everybody just started really working on themselves, and then it all combined. Like, my nervous system is so calm now. I understand chaos, and I'm like, this is not for me. My therapist is like, when you don't know what to do nothing. Because if you do something, it's going to create chaos, and then you've got to get out of that. So just sit, and the universe will provide, you know?
Yeah.
Like, she's a little bit of like us, you know, we're okay, the universe, but what are you going to say? Either God, and then people get weird about it. So the couch will help you decide.
Yeah.
You know?
Whatever you want to paint it.
But Allison has been a lifesaver in my life. I meet with her once a week, and she just is great hearing everything, and she's like, you came so far.
Yeah. So now, would you say that therapy is something that is important for people to do? Would you, like, you know, there's a lot of people will say therapy, oh, I'm not doing that, that's for weak people, da da da. Would you say therapy implements enough structure for you to get to this point? And would you advise others to take therapy?
Yeah, I would, because why not try it? You know, try it, and if you don't like it, then you don't have to like it. But they say a therapist is like a pair of shoes. If it's just not working for you and you're like, I'm not feeling it, you'll know when you get your therapist, because I can't wait to talk to Allie. And she just, like, gently guides, you know, and helps me out, especially with clients. Sometimes I'll get myself right back in a circle where I know I don't want to be with a client. And I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? I'm just going to run it down. And she's like, it's your boundaries. There you go with your boundaries again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, check.
Yeah.
You know, and although my husband helps me out a lot with, you know, bouncing stuff off like pillow talk, she definitely comes in as that to be like, your boundaries, girl.
And speaking of boundaries, like, how important do you think boundaries are?
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
You know, but I learn every day, sometimes on different shoots, that I'm like, this just is not for me.
Yeah.
You know, like, love this person on the shoot, not really this person. And then I try not to do it anymore. And I love the people that life has put in front of me, because I can call you, I can call Josh, I can call my other friends and say, I'm not really feeling this. And them go, okay,
Yeah.
You know, I love that transparency that I've built with people, girls and guys.
Yeah. Well, we definitely have it.
Yeah, for sure.
We definitely have it. Well, before we close out, I do want to say thank you for coming onto the show. Is there, advice that you want to give to the younger Maggie that's coming up behind you that she feels like, not actually you, but the other, maybe Kristen is her name or whatever, that's coming up behind you and looking at your Instagram and thinking, because now people look at Instagram, they see all the da-da-da-da, and they think it's going to happen instantly. And then when reality sets in, that's not really what it is. They don't know that you've worked all of these things and had these moments.
Low moments.
What would you tell the younger generation that's wanting to get into makeup? Maybe any pointers or anything that you think would be a nice gem that you could leave with them?
I think to, definitely try all different styles of makeup, but there's many paths you can choose: bridal, commercial, production, private. There's so many ways. So pick a lane, get a niche. This is the era of the niche. You have like head massages now. It's like fucking crazy. It's so crazy.
They're like pinky massage.
Like pick a niche. Don't do everything, because then no one wants a jack of all trades, master of none. So pick a road and just put it in drive and cruise on down the road and work hard and be honest. Oh my gosh.
Be honest with yourself first. That's the number one thing that I think will save a lot of you time, is being honest with yourself.
And another thing I tell the girls that I work with is your price is your price. And if just because you have somebody calling you and they have money, don't raise your price. Because everyone talks. These women talk, and they're gonna go, why did she charge me $250 and then she charged me $1,000?
Yep.
That's not the way to go. So your price is your price. If you get J-Lo and you're currently charging $700, you're charging J-Lo $700, and you're hoping like fuck she tips you $2,000. So you're hoping, but your price is your price, because your word is your word, and you're going into people's homes, you're meeting their family, you're around their stuff, and now's not the time to be shady boots. So show up with integrity, cleanliness, and pick your path and do your thing. It's stuck.
Well, you heard it here on Inspire Me with Coco, with the fabulous Maggie. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode. Maggie, I can't thank you enough for coming and being a guest on the show. You guys, if you want to see more of Maggie's makeup, her journey, her Instagram is
Closet Rich, 2 H's.
And be sure to follow the studio. It's Casa Diamani Studio. If you want to see me, it's Jamar Amani. And peace. Thank you.